So guys, the Destiny Rising dev team just dropped a brand new developer preview video, so I'm just going to go over everything that was announced here. From updates to the weapons and artifact system, to details about how day one or week one raids are going to work, and then also just updates about how many free pulls people can be expected to earn within the launch week, and a look at the brand new roadmap for the game, looking ahead at future updates and character releases. So let's jump straight in. First off with a breakdown of the updates to weapons and artifacts. So in terms of weapons here, it seems that the mod system has been overhauled to allow you to more freely customize your weapons, which is a very good change. I don't personally know how the system worked back in the closed alphas and betas because I wasn't actually able to participate in them, but hearing that you'll be able to more freely customize your weapons is a very good change. Then moving on to the artifact system here, if you're a current Destiny 2 player, do not think of this as the Destiny 2 artifact system. This is completely different and is more comparable to how armor sets in the game currently work. So in Destiny Rising, there's going to be 4 artifact slots, and each of them come with their own unique bonuses. So for the rightmost slot here, you have things like signature boost, ability strength, super boost, and solar boost. These seems to be more like offensive bonuses in this slot, but then we do also get a preview here of what the leftmost slot provides, which seems to be more defensive focused. So you have shield boost, melee damage resistance, shield bonus, as well as health boost. Now we do not know what these middle 2 artifacts give, but I'm guessing that because each of the symbols or shapes tied to each of these artifacts are different, they're going to obviously provide different benefits. But then the main thing to notice here is that upon equipping 4 artifacts, you actually get a 5th slot unlocked here at the top, which does have a 9 symbol in it, which is very, very interesting, but we do not actually know what this does. It might be a completely different artifact that you'll then be able to gain access to, kind of like a seasonal artifact thing inside of Destiny 2, where it's like, for this season you get these exclusive artifacts that you're able to equip for a specific time period, and then those get reset once a new season begins. Something along those lines would be really, really cool, but we honestly do not know anything about this 5th slot yet, so come back and I'll probably have a different video in the next couple of days going over all of that once the game officially releases. Moving on from weapon and relic updates, we then have a nice little change here that sliding is going to be added to the game, which is a nice little movement tool being added, which is amazing. Then we have some clarification on some day 1 raid events. So if you're a Destiny 2 player and like day 1 raids, I'm happy to confirm that these are going to be a thing inside of Destiny Rising. They do mention week 1 raids though, so I'm guessing that these more challenging versions of these raids are going to be available for a lot longer, which is very, very nice. The main problem with the harder mode raids inside of Destiny 2 is that they're only available for 48 hours, but it seems like here they're going to be available for a week, which is very, very good, and you'll be able to earn limited edition rewards like an emblem here if you complete it during the hardest difficulty mode, which is very, very good. And they also said that depending on how many people actually participate in this harder mode of the raid, you'll actually be giving free rewards to everyone in the game, which is very, very good. So it seems to be like a more community focused thing, which is honestly really, really cool. So if you're not a hardcore raider, you'll still be getting rewards based on how many people actually do partake in these events. Moving away from all that stuff though, let's now talk about character-focused quests. So it seems that if you're interested in learning more about the different characters within the game, be them characters from the Destiny 2 or Destiny 1 games, or just unique characters added to Destiny Rising, you're actually going to have unique quests that will allow you to explore the characters' backstories and all of that. So if you're interested in, say, learning more about Gwen, I believe you'll need to unlock the character to then progress through these quests, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You might just need to have seen them in like the main story quest or something. But either way, they're going to be doing quests here tied to each of the different characters. So if you want to learn about the backstories of these unique characters, you'll be able to do that, which is very, very cool. And it seems like it's going to be a whole load of different tasks for you to do, be it PvP focused, PvE focused, or just general like chatting with the character in, say, Haven or something, which is a very nice addition. Moving along from there, we then have more rewards. So they state that there's going to be challenges that are obviously going to offer you Lumia leaves, which is the currency needed in order to do some of the pulls in the gacha system, and it seems that these rewards have just been generally increased. We can also see here that there is a 14 days sign-in reward, so you sign in 14 days in a row and you get a whole load of free rewards. They also confirmed that within like the launch week, we're going to be getting up to 200 free pulls, which is absolutely insane when you take into the fact that you only need 60 pulls in order to get one 5-star character. And on the standard banner, you only need 30 pulls on the first time around to get one 5-star, which is just insane for how much you're going to be getting for free. So if you're worried about needing to spend money in the game at launch anyway, it seems like you're not going to need to. And the best thing is that you can save these 200 pulls for any future character down the line. Say you're not interested in any of the characters at launch, hold on to those pools for dear life, because there's probably going to be way stronger characters down the line being added, and you can probably use these launch day pools in order to then pull for those characters, again if you aren't interested in any of the currently available characters, which is always a good thing to go and do. It seems like on the 14th day we also get a choice of exotic weapon, be it Huckleberry, Crimson or Borealis. Now one thing to note here, obviously weapons are tied to specific characters and certain characters can't use specific weapons, so you're going to be mainly choosing that based on what characters you have unlocked and what weapons they have available to use. But free rewards are free rewards, so I'm going to take them as they are given to me. Alongside that, we can also see there's going to be an event where we can choose between a free Finale or a, not even going to try and pronounce that dude's name, but a free 4-star character. Nothing to complain about there. So if you're interested in any of these characters, we're going to be getting them for free from an event, which is amazing. Now alongside this, they mention Pinnacle Power. This is the main daily recharging resource that is found within most gacha games, and you're going to need to use this resource in able to claim some high level rewards. But the best thing that they note here is that you do not need to use this resource in order to claim rewards from different activities. So if you run out, you can still grind the game and get levels and get loot, which is absolutely amazing. It just seems that with this Pinnacle Power, you're going to be getting slightly better rewards, but only slightly. So you can still grind if you want to. Very good change there to allow people who want to grind, they can just freely grind with their friends, which is very, very good. Next here, they talk about the talent upgrade trees for specifically 4-star or legendary characters. Now, if you've played gacha games in the past, this is basically the duplicate system, where like if you get a duplicate of a character, you get a free currency to then upgrade the character on this specific upgrade tree. But the cool thing that they mention here is that the first 2 upgrades for 4-star characters are actually going to be free for you to unlock, meaning that you do not need to get a duplicate to get the first 2 upgrades, which is absolutely incredible. Now, they do not state if this is the same for 5-star characters, which would be very, very cool if they did that, but I doubt they will. But just doing it for 4 stars, either way, is very, very good. And they also removed the power that was tied to the system, so if you don't get duplicates of the character, it won't really make that big of a deal. But just seeing that we're going to be getting the first 2 upgrades on 4-star characters for absolutely free is a very good addition. Moving along from there though, they then go over the free register rewards, and we're going to be getting all of these once the game launches, so a free set of glimmer. I found out that this like feather currency here is going to be used for upgrading characters, which is great. Then we get some weapon upgrade materials, a free 10 pull, and a weapon ornament for a free exotic that we get just from doing the main story quest, which is very, very nice. Then they go over selected languages for the games, which is going to be English, Simplified and Traditional Chinese, Spanish and Japanese, with more coming in the future. And then we have these server locations here, which is Asia, EMEA, which I'm guessing is like European, NA, and then Latin American. And then they also mentioned that there's going to be cross-platform play between iOS and Android, which is once again just so good. This entire dev preview was just amazing with the amount of stuff that they're adding to this game. And then they end off by giving us a little preview of the roadmap for the next 2 months. So we have obviously the launch of Season 0 in August, with Season 1 coming in September and Season 2 coming in November. In terms of Season 1, we're going to be getting new game content, as well as the launch of Estella and Yumiko. Estella is a 5-star warlock-themed character who summons like a solar dragon, and Yumiko, I believe, is a void-styled hunter who uses like shurikens and stuff, and is kind of like a 4-star version of Tan 2 and has some healing stuff in there as well. And then there's going to be game content updates coming in October as well as November with the launch of Season 2, and probably more characters as well, which is absolutely incredible. And I believe is everything within this developer preview video. If you want to watch it for yourself, I'll obviously have a link down in the description. But that's all I have for you guys today. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be making so many Destiny Rising videos once this game launches, because I'm just so excited. With that all said though, once again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.